Greetings, entities and guardians. My name is HyperHimes, and welcome back to Cookie Run Kingdom. Now we are going back into the dark mode stuff because I don't think I've done that in a little bit of time, and honestly, I feel like it's been long enough. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and just go straight through it because there's still a lot of levels that I need to go through in dark mode. Don't ask me why I'm over here. I was just training for stuff. Anyway, World 11. We have to get through the rest of World 11 in this playing video because, well, after that we can get to World 12 and then we can be a little bit closer to completing more Cookie Odyssey missions just so I can get to, yeah, these are actually the ones, 12, 5, 10, 15. Literally, after we beat this world, we'll have access to, like, more missions that we can complete so I can focus more videos on the Cookie Odyssey. I could probably already make more videos for that since I have a lot of quotes, but I want to be sure that I get as many missions done as quickly as possible. So, hopefully getting this done will help us progress. So with that being said, if you want to leave your questions and comments down in the comment section below for me to read on the videos, then feel free to do so. It could be a random question, a random comment, a random fact, something about me, something about the game, something entirely different. It doesn't even matter, because as long as we're having a fun time at the end of the day, and we appreciate being around each other from community to creator and creator to community, let me just move the mic a little bit this way, there we go, then we'll just have a fun time at the end of the day, which is great. So, I will be reading comments from the video, Boss Hunt is stupid and dumb and makes me angry, grr, which that video did about as well as I expected it, but there's honestly not many comments I think I see on this video. Like, surprisingly, I do see a solid amount, but it's surprising how, in comparison to other videos, I didn't see much, but whatever. We have to go through these levels. We're going to go through them 1.5 times speed, and also I do want to do another video about, like, doing some upgrading. Specifically, I want to upgrade Cream Puff a lot, because I know people have been telling me to do that, and Cream Puff is very good. So let's hopefully try and get this done and see if we can make it through the rest of the level. Which, let's start off strong with a bunch of comments from A Gamer, which they left like, what, 2 or 3? I think only 3 comments. Okay. One comment does say at 15:45, Dendora issue. Shut up. I know it's, you're probably saying that that's like it's some sort of different iteration of skill issue. I know what you're implying. As long as it has the word issue in it, I know it has to do with the word skill or anything like that. I don't even know what the word Dendori means, but I can already assume from the word issue, it means skill. So shush your face. But you did leave like 2 other comments. One is actually a comment question of the day responding to the video's comment question of the day, which you say, for a customized kingdom boss, one I could see fitting is the Jade Millennial Deer for a boss fight in a future episode relating to the Millennial Tree, and make it the most annoying boss fight in the game, worse than the ones that preceded its, worse than the ones that preceded it, like its iteration in Kick Around OvenBreak's raid run. Well, I'm pretty sure the reason why people just didn't like that was because, first of all, it's raid runs. And let me tell you, who even likes doing raid runs? The only time I will play raid runs is if usually they introduce something new, like, even if they introduce, like, I don't know, a new skill to a cookie, I don't play it much, but I probably should check out the skill just, you know, for upgrades and stuff. And even then, so I should probably play a bit more raid runs just so I can get some more loot. But it's one of those things where, like, I do enough in the day it is, especially trying to make content for the game. So, like, what else can I really do? But, anyway, it would be cool to see, like, those raid run bosses as actual, like, bosses in the game. Maybe it would be a cool crossover event, like, you know, a boss rush-esque thing. But unfortunately, that's something that we're just never gonna get. But whatever. Your last comment does say, I kind of love stories not related to any dragon, legendaries, and ancients. No matter why, Black Garlic and White Ghost... Wait, no wonder why Black Garlic and White Ghost update and Vagabond and Rebel Cookie update are my favorite update in Cookie Run OvenBreak last year. Well, I mean, didn't the majority of the Cookie Run OvenBreak updates have, like, a lot of epics in them? Like, I don't know, out of memory, the last legendaries that we've gotten from OvenBreak is like 2 or 3 years ago with Timekeeper, then we had Lotus, then, I'm probably forgetting some, but like, it was Lotus Dragon Cookie, then Lychee Dragon Cookie, then Longia Dragon Cookie, so we got like 3 legendaries in a row, and then lastly, we recently got Abyss Monarch Cookie, which... That's a lot, so not really many legendaries. I guess it could be annoying where, you know, a lot of the story, the main story is specifically revolving around the dragons, and whenever they get released, you know, obviously it's going to be very pay to win, like spend your wallets on stuff like costumes, magic candies, and all that stuff, but I still think it is pretty unique, and maybe there's a chance that I did miss some legendary thing, but those are the ones that I remember at least. So you can definitely scream at me all you want, just don't judge me, okay? But even then, so, like, I think the legend, like these, I don't know, some stories in regards to legendaries in Kingdom aren't even that bad. Like, I think the Black Pearl Cookie story with Candy Diver and Cat and Caviar is pretty cool, especially delving into the depths of the deep sea. I guess the Moonlight one in main story is actually pretty unique as well, because it kind of gives more lore about the wizards and stuff instead of the witches. But especially, like, right, I think, what is the most recent legendary that we got was Black Pearl, right? I'm pretty sure. But I'm just talking about like other stories, like for example, super epics and stuff. Like, I think the super epic story with Shining Glitter and the Summer Soda Rock Festa is still pretty unique because it reveals more of her past, like, you know, with Black Pearl Cookie, how she used to be in the band with her. And especially, you know, with Bassist Cookie as well, and they split off because, you know, she wanted to focus more on pop and stuff. And then she just came back to doing rock because, you know, it's her thing. But, it's whatever. You know, opinions are opinions, and some may be right, some may be wrong, but there's something that you need to be sure of. It's the fact that they are yours. So take them to heart. Anyway, there is actually a comment from user, I can't read the rest of that name because it's like gibberish, saying, hot take, we need a Captain Ice fax or remaster Shining Glitter fax. I thought I already did, unless you're talking about both. Have I done Shining Glitter before? I don't even remember. I swear, there's some fact. I have a whole entire list of facts that I have written down of cookies I've done, but like, I swear, it's hard for me to remember every single video that I've done. I definitely want to focus more on like remastered facts, like for example, like, you know, this cookie from this game. Like for example, I think the first example I did that is with Battaya Dragon Cookie, which I'm still very proud of how that one turned out. The most recent one I did is Rockstar Cookie, which surprisingly that didn't get as much recognition as I thought. Maybe if I did one for Black Limited Cookie, since it's a new piping hot, you know, release cookie, maybe it'll get a little bit more traction. But I gotta be honest, I thought, considering that Rockstar was a long-time cookie, maybe it's because they were mostly known for being weren't they only a rare grade in OvenBreak, and then Kingdom they just got recently released, so not many people know. I don't know. I feel like cookies with higher rarities might get higher views. I mean, have you seen the Black Pearl Cookie one? Which, by the way, my TikTok about, specifically the TikTok version, not the YouTube short, is slowly, which one was it? Was it, I think it's the problem with Snapdragon Cookie one. That's getting near 200,000 views on TikTok, which, first of all, thank you, each and every one of you for the constant support on the TikTok and stuff like that, and all the other socials, which the TikTok has gotten over 8,000 subscribers, which, again, thank you all for the support. I would definitely not be here if it wasn't for each and every one of you, but that's why I want to try and keep pushing out content, because, you know, without you, who the pleb am I? That's the best way that I can put it. If you weren't here, then I wouldn't be here. But anyway, also with a head, just left a comment saying, to be honest, prune juice cookie. Yes, the sweet and savory poisoner. And also with a head, left a comment saying, don't worry, Hyper, they're gone now. And also, sorry for bringing that up. I forgot what you brought up entirely, but if I can't remember it, then obviously you're definitely way more safe to talk about. It's completely fine. And also, Ian Brooks did leave one comment just saying, eels and escalators sounds like chutes and ladders. Isn't that what it's based on? That's literally just like the SpongeBob equivalent, right? I'm pretty sure it should just... I mean, now that I think about it, it would make sense, but like, that should be what it's based on. You know, eels and escalators, you know, chutes and ladders. Right? I swear, if you didn't understand that, then I don't know what to say to you. Anyways, let's just go through 2 more levels, and then we'll read a comment question of the day, because we're just kind of flying through these levels, but it's basically casual commentary, so who cares? Actually, there's a rather long comment I'll read from Draco. It's actually not that long, but it's lengthy. Saying, for the comment question, I would love to see the Night Raven, Wind Archer Cookie's corrupted form, as a Kingdom boss whenever we get an update centered around Wind Archer Cookie, or Millennial Tree Cookie. It would definitely be a very interesting boss, so anyways, great video as always, HyperHimes. Well, first of all, thank you for saying that my video is great. I would say my videos are the best, especially in comparison to everyone else, but I do put some effort. I try to, at least, try and put more effort to them, like, anytime I can, but... I would say that would be a pretty interesting boss, fighting the dark version of Millennial Tree. It's kind of like fighting, because, you know, like, for example, in one of the Hollyberry Kingdom levels, you had to fight a poisoned version of Strawberry and Wizard, and because they became mean because they drank some poisoned juice, and that had, like, some meanness ceremony into them. I don't even think that's the correct term, but you know what I mean. It made them mean. See, this is the level! This is the level I'm talking about. They, like, drink the drink, and then they turn on Gingerbrave and all the friends, and start fighting him, and then you gotta fight back. That's literally the level that I mean. Ironically enough, that is so ironic, I swear. I did not mean to bring that up right when they popped up. I swear, that was pure coincidence. I swear. Well, we have to go through this level anyway. There's gonna be 1 stage of enemies, and then the boss plebs are gonna show up. So let's make sure that we take care of those plebs. And let me guess, it's just gonna instantly jump? No, actually. Okay, I thought there was going to be less this level, but surprisingly, no, we're still holding on. Are they going to come yet? Nope, we got some juice low plebs. Low juice plebs. Words speaking. Oh, hey, there's the dorks. It's weird how common cookies can be so strong, but a meteor can still take away anything that you wish to desire. Anyway, that level's done. Pretty easy peasy. So I guess with that level finished, before I head on to the next one, we will read a common question of the day, because we still have a good handful of levels to go through, and to be honest, we have all the time in the world to talk. And by all the time in the world, I mean just about 10 minutes or more, because I don't want these videos to last for too long. But I guess for a common question of the day, here's something interesting. If you wanted to create your own new world exploration land in Cookie Run Kingdom, what would it be about? I know, that may be a lot to take in, but really just take anything into consideration about it. Like, what would the land be about? And if you just want to talk about, like, what the land is and how it would be, like, how it would look, then you can do that. But if you want to go into more depth, like, what would the story be about? Like, how would it revolve around Gingerbrave and all of his friends? Like, is there any, like, legendary that's introduced into that story? Like a super epic or an ancient or something? It would be definitely interesting to know, because I feel like that could get, like, a question like that gives a little bit more customization to the mind of people, and, you know, it gives them a little bit more creativity to just think of what they want, which, honestly, I just love creativity when people, when doing anything, making characters, writing stories, just anything like that. But be sure to let me know, which there's two things I actually want to mention. One, I finally released part 14 of the long comic series I'm doing called Cookie Run Reflective Burnout, and I am so proud of that, because that has a secret code in it that leads to something secret, which I worked on for, like, I don't know, about nearly a week, and I'm so proud of how it turned out. So if you're able to decipher that code, then it's not a hardest code. All I'm just going to say is that it's pretty easy to decipher, and it's pretty easy to spot, but it does hold some interesting information, but that's all I'm going to say. And I'm just going to tell you right now, my lover absolutely loved it. But another thing I do want to say was I actually was featured in a video which I might actually talk about. Maybe I'll try and promote in a community post. But it was a Kingdom Check video made by, I think it's Sophie, but I think their full name was like Sophie No Sleep. Something like that. Sorry, biting my nose. I apologize. If only I had a nail clipper. I'm too busy playing the plumbing game. Anyway, so I was featured in that video. I was also featured with another Cookie Run YouTuber. Oh, all of them were Cookie Run YouTubers. I was featured alongside Megan, Plumbing Royal Mike, Syrupy, and Clumsy YT. Like, all of them. Basically, that video was just, you know, Sophie just checking out our kingdoms. And hey, I'll admit this, I was the second highest. I was a patented 7 out of 10. Which, honestly, I'm pretty happy about. And I did comment in the video saying, I want to upgrade the kingdom more and more until we're fully set out. Like, the only way how I can make the kingdom even better is if I clear up more area, but the only way I can do that is if I upgrade my cookie castle, which I do want to do, but people don't want me to. But, I don't know. It's the best thing that I can do to try and expand it to fit some more things. Especially, it's going to be different if all the land isn't accessible, if that makes sense. So, it's going to be interesting to try and form things out. But yeah, hopefully soon we should do another Pleb Dynasty video. So expect that to happen soon. But anyway, let's go ahead and read some comments from Mona. Do not burp like that ever again. That was gross. Anyway, there's 3 comments from Mona. One saying, OMG, I heard that John Cena is in the Barbie movie, but you can't see him. Joke. Oh, trust me, I saw him. It was kind of hard to miss him, let me tell you. Another comment you left is, I think if we got a TBD update, I would say Timekeeper Cookie as boss. That would be pretty interesting if she was a boss. If they were a boss, that would actually be really cool. Mainly because, you know, what if they just, like, manipulated time to, like, when they were at, like, 10% health, then they just turn back time to when back to their, like, 100%. Imagine that. That would be crazy, and I would love that. It'd be a confusing mechanic, but I think people would love that because of its uniqueness. But the last comment from Mona says, to be real, plushies are better than normal toys. Like, you can open plushie and get the content out and eat it. With toys, you can't. Are you okay? Like, I don't think you should be eating that stuff. I know it looks like a white cotton candy, but don't eat cotton. Like, don't even eat cotton cookie. I know it's a cookie, but you wouldn't want to eat that. Alright, raspberry cookie boss. I realize this boss is a struggle. Are we going to be able to do this? Or do we need the help of our good old reliable sorbet shark? If we need help from sorbet shark, I know the strategy of how to do this. But right now, we're going to see if we can just try and brute force it. If we can't brute force it, then that's very bad for us. But we'll just give it a try. Because I always like to see how this goes first try. Especially with, I think this is one of the hardest stages in the game because this boss is absolutely ridiculous. Set that up, plug off, activate that. If only we had some more shields going on. If only we had pure vanilla. You're about to come up. Okay, so I have that in time for the next fight. Okay, she's about to appear right now. Get your buffs going. Okay, I'm scared. Activate everything at once, actually. Do that. Oh, we did big damage. Oh. Well, that went by way faster than I thought. And look at that, we got Hollyberry Cookie Soul Jam just for defeating her. That was way more terrifying than I assumed it would be, and somehow we just made it through with flying colors. I am so happy about that, I'm not gonna lie. But anyway, let's get to the rest of the comments. There's only a few more before we end off all these levels. There's two from big word of gibberish, saying the story mode version I way worse. They have less health yet do way more damage, so you must have Rockstar on your team. I ended up not having Rockstar on my team for that event, but guess what? We were fine at that event regardless. I'm kind of glad that I made that video because it kind of showed how BS that plebbing giant cosmic bird pleb is. Evil maniac. How dare you? Another comment you actually left is, give me more time again. That is a quote I did say in that video. I appreciate that you remember quotes like that. Maybe one of these times I will have all my content dug up, archived, and turned into a out-of-context quote account. Because if that does happen, that would actually be pretty legendary. You know you've made it once you have an out-of-context quote account made out of you. That would be fantastic. By the way, there's only 3 more comments, so we may as well get through them before we reach the final boss of this world. Which one comes from Wonderland, saying, Yarg, I come to inform you that there is a new update, and it's about the sea-based pair of the cookies. It's gonna be dough bath, my friend. Get ready for another special episode. Well, oh, it's gonna be a dough bath. You mean blood bath? I get it. You should have said the jam bath. But I know you're talking about the Summer Soda Rock Festa event, which no, it was the black lemonade cookie one or Summer Soda. I don't remember which one it was. It could have been, you know, the one where, you know, Shining Glitter and Rockstar got released, and the other one Black Lemonade. But it doesn't matter. I'm playing through anyway, and I happen to love it. Another comment comes from Tina Arapin, saying, I finally got to High Dragon Cookie, which, let me just clap for you real quick. Good for you for getting that very hard cookie to obtain, because the only way how I obtained them was through ridiculous gacha methods, and also to try and do that 25 max pull thing, and stuff like... No. Well, I did get to High Dragon Cookie through that, but I just managed to do that after a lot of pulls, which was ridiculous. But we ended up getting the dragon anyway, and I still use them to this day, because, dear lord, the buff that they get with extra HP, especially in combination with Snapdragon Cookie, who is overpowered as all pleb, how could you not resist? I mean, you know what they say. Snapdragon Cookie is a cookie that's a meta for this game now. Now you need Snapdragon Cookie, because the thing is, even free-to-plays can get Snapdragon Cookie for free. There's no excuse not to use this. Alright, you have the Royal Gardener, Final Pleb, which we can probably get through easily, having Scissor Slash, Snip Snip, Thorn Attack, Thorn Throw. Alright, the last comment comes from Smart and Spiral, saying, oh my, that boss is so hard in Boss Hunt. And at 10:39, it could be the Snake Gummy boss will be added to Cookie Run Kingdom. The boss literally poisons all cookies, or a corrupt wizard boss can beat the one cookie by Darkness Cage. Snake Gummy Darkness... You know, it's kind of hard for me to understand that, but I will agree with you. Maybe a jelly snake of different variety would be pretty interesting to fight. Though, then again, I'm pretty sure World 1 or 2 had like a jelly snake boss, and they were relatively easy because it was plebbing World... No, was it World 1 or World 2? I think maybe it was World 1, but it wasn't the final boss. Because the final boss in World 1, I remember, was plebbing Choco Warehound Brute. Which I clearly remember because of doing that speed run with Mr. Duck, which... Shout out to that pleb. Makes good Cookie Run Kingdom content, deserves so much more support, and just please go ahead and subscribe to him. But here we go. Here comes the pleb. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to wait for until everything is charged, and then we're just going to spam him with everything. Alright, let's do it. Time to kill him. And he's dead. Yep. Goodbye, plant. And now you shrivel up and wither. Along with your scissors. How does that make sense? Your scissors wither up with your own plant self? Maybe that was the power of the Cream Puff. Maybe Cream Puff made the wizard scissors, or I'm sorry, the flower scissors just faded away. I don't know, but you know what? Shoutouts to the whole team for making it through, because now we are entirely done with this whole world. Getting not only an extra 500 crystals for clearing this whole entire place, which, oh, by the way, red velvet cookie soul stones, strawberry crepes, Kamihos, good soul stones, but I can get 500 crystals as well, and also extra soul stones for a raspberry cookie. Pretty solid. So, next time that we go into dark mode, we can finally access World 12, which is going to mark the end of the Hollyberry Dark Saga. So, well, I mean, it would take 2 videos to do, but you know what I mean. So, with that being said, if you enjoy the video, then please be sure to leave a like on it, and also share the video with your friends if you enjoy my Cookie Run content. And if you enjoy my content in general, then why not subscribe, and also hit the bell icon to be notified of whatever I do in the future. I also have merch if you want to check it out, but I'm not forcing you to buy anything at all. I also have a Discord down in the description if you want to check it out. It's called the Hypenese Hub. It's a fun time down there, and we're trying to expand each and every single day. And lastly, there's another link which leads to a Twitter down in the description where there's a post where if it gets 10,000 likes, I can get the Kick Around YouTube set for absolutely free. But above all else, I will see you entities and guardians in the next video. Hail the Hypenese!